Perfect. 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 Perfect.
What's going on, good people? It's your boy Gaming Dad. Happy Monday. Gotta cut this off. I like this beat. This beat is I got to cut it. Got to cut the beat. What's going on, good people? It's your boy Gaming Dad. Welcome, happy Monday to all my good folks out there. And how CMG said in YouTube land. What's going on? Man, you know what? What's been going on with your boy all week? You know, it's been kind of busy. You know what? I guess my job must think I'm a pretty good teacher. You know what? Today we have a teacher out here in another school system who is struggling. And, you know, it kind of it's my company's fault because they do a lot of these teachers, they come into the system I I work for, and they just kind of just throw them to the wolves, and the teacher's supposed to go out there and just perform these miracles without any training, any guidance. So today, by it being like March and we're at April, May, and school is over with, they have me go out there to kind of give this particular teacher some pointers on how to get her class kind of structured in a manner where she can be productive and she can produce an environment that's educational friendly for the kids. So, she needs some help. I hope they weren't expecting me to go out and do no miracles. I gave her some great suggestions, some things that she needs to do, but she got some work to do. I mean, it's just not going to happen overnight for sure. For her, I mean, hold on, let me see. I'm trying to. Your boy trying to. Oh, there we go. Cut the brightness down on this monitor so it won't be glaring off my glasses. But it is what it is. What's going on, Steve M in the building, man? Listen, first of all, Steve M, man, listen, with a heartful condolences, man. I know you are sick with it records that your boy is going to the Jets. I need to know how you feel about that. Hold on, good people. Let me get some names on the board. I see Quaid and jumped in the building. I was pretty much caught up until this point. Steve M. I got Victor Noob. What's going on, Victor Noob in the building? VN. Let me go back up, make sure I ain't missing anybody. Retrospect J in the building. CMG, Steve M, Dave Dub. You know one thing, man, listen, I've been watching Obi-Wan. He's been pushing a lot more videos lately. And, good for him because, I enjoy his content. And I like what he do, like, send the first 5 notifications. The note of game, what do you call it? Man, I love that. Hey, man, listen, if you get a chance, real quick, I got a poll in the chat. If you're on YouTube, I got a poll in the chat. Go ahead real quick. Make your vote count. Make it count. But it's definitely a vote in the chat. So, I participate. And the question is Super Switch to release either in summer 23, fall 23, winter 24? And you know what, to be honest, to be truly honest, it is set up and ready. It could drop in any one of them times. I mean, and listen, like summer is good thing about summer goes, all the way, it could happen in summer. I mean, a lot of people are like, oh man, it's going to be the fall. But I'm telling you, man, listen, you think about it, you got it from now until what? I think September 21st. When summer, is it September or August? I think it might be August. I don't know. I forgot when summer officially switched. I think it's September. I think it's September 21st. So you still got like all this time, man. They can release that system. And you know what? Listen, I once again, man, Nintendo, they keep you all over the place. They think you got them figured out, and then all of a sudden they drop a bomb on you. Yeah. So I'm trying to think, I might have to put another poll in the chat after this one ends, and then because I want to ask one about saying the likelihood that Nintendo goes away from the hybrid model. Like this new system, we like, all right, you know what? We work with the Switch, but you know what? We better than we just better for your TV. I think that if Nintendo went that direction, I think that'd be absolutely stupid. Cause they got a winning concept, but you know what? How many times we've seen people with winning concepts and they just feel like they just gotta change it. I just think this time Nintendo don't have to really change it a whole lot. They can take what they got, man, and just make it so much better. That's what I'm hoping. I'm really hoping, or I'm hoping they improve the handheld experience tremendously, and then give me a supplemental device to kind of go along with it that make it like super good on my TV. That's what I want. Give me a dot that got power and enhances what I'm playing on my Super Switch, and make it that much better for your OLEDs and your 4K TVs. That's what I'm saying. So in the poll I put on there, I believe, man, it could be possible. It could be possible that they shock us all and to say, you know what? we're gonna drop this bad boy in the summer because it said, you know what? The reason why I say these things because they're not at E3, and it's not a real reason why not to be E3. And so you don't got games, right? But we all know that this system is coming. And we know it's coming. And so wouldn't it be just like so Nintendo to just say, boop, I'm gonna drop this bad boy in the summer. I'm pushing out all these different, these OLEDs, just trying to sell the product. Go ahead and make you some more of these Splatoon OLEDs and some of these all these different switches. They just trying to, these special editions. They just getting them out there. Everybody getting excited, buying these, these Switch bundles, and I think what, as much as we're gonna probably go over what your boy Bowser and the President Furukawa said today, but remember, Reggie Fils-Aimé. I remember this. Reggie Fils-Aimé got onto IG and was like, "We have no plans to release a new piece of hardware," and the next day, boop, there it was, a new DS. You know what? So to get to a point where I'm like, you know what, I'm trusting this whole process. I don't know, man. Nintendo, they can shock me. So right now, listen, I'm gonna let you know the results currently. We got 11 votes so far. And summer 2023 got 0%. Zero. Donut. Fall 2023, 36%. But winter 2024, was everybody's kind of leaning towards, is a 64%. Listen, you guys are really right with that. I don't think I'm telling you. If I'm an investor, and if I had opportunity to quiz them on what's going on with the Switch, that's a question I would ask. If I knew that, we all knew at this meeting that there's a Switch coming, and I would want to know, why not Christmas holiday when you're going to have everybody and their mama with their pockets out? Why not? Why wait until, what's so special about March that, listen, I have to believe that no one on this stream can say it's a better time in March of 2024 than it is Christmas 2023. It's a by far better time financially. You're going to sell your most units. And if they think the regular Switch is going to sell like hotcakes like that, knowing there's a new system coming out in March, nah. Yeah. So if I had to really pick, I'm picking fall 2023. But it would not shock me. I mean, it would shock me, but it wouldn't surprise me if Nintendo was like, all right, bet, you know what, we got y'all. Y'all think fall, but here it is. Boom. July, and we all running out there trying to get this new Switch. All right, enough talking for me. I'm trying to think of anything else going on this week. Your boy was out there working security. I'm always doing something. I was out there working for security for one of the soccer games, and so this is what makes me mad. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna get to everybody's comments. It makes me mad because, like, the day I went out there, it was super cold, and on top of that, it was raining. On top of it, so all I'm doing security is, I'm down here in the South. Look, I grew up in Detroit. I live with metal detectors all my life, and it's scared. And the area where I'm at, the kind of surrounding schools have been having some issues with some gun violence, things of that nature. And so our school system hasn't had anything like that, but they are preparing. So they're doing the metal detector security thing, making the kids like they're in prison, the whole hookup. Blah. I digress. However, when they're paying teachers like me a nice little grip to kind of sit out there, and all I'm doing is checking bags. So I'm getting $30 an hour to sit out there doing a soccer game, and as they come in, all I'm doing is making sure they don't got nothing heavy metal on their bodies. They run through the metal detector. If it goes off, I check them, and then I let them go. I mean, great money. Great money. Listen, I'm gonna do it again this Thursday. I'm working a baseball game. I was like, if they throwing around money like that, hey, sign me up. So I did that last Thursday. Last Monday after the stream, I had to go clean because I forgot. we always doing something. So I let my kids were getting ready to go to bed, so I let them rest. So I went and did it myself. Oh no, never do that again. So I got to do it again tonight. And best believe I made sure I told my daughter, like, hey, I need you to help me. So that's the deal after the stream. And the last thing I did, some of my closest friends, like outside of here, like a geeky chick is like one of my closest friends. Her and her husband, my boy Apos, we're real tight. And so I've been talking to them about, saying I've made a decision to bet on me financially dealing with my photography business. Anybody know I got a photography business that I do. If you want to check it out, man, feel free, man. It's on Instagram. You can check me out on Instagram at Photos by Dave Reed. Photos by Dave Reed. And go check me out, man. This is check out some of the work I've been doing, man. And I shoot with a variety of cameras from Fuji to Sony. And your boy, I've been talking to him, and your boy is about to get a Leica. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy, so happy. And so I had to sell some of my equipment to make it happen, but I'm about to make it happen. If anybody knows anything about cameras, that Leica boy is like the Maybach of cameras. So I made it happen, man. So hopefully by next stream I should be playing around with it. So, but yeah, man, go check my photography out, man. I really appreciate it. Photos by Dave Reed on Instagram. All right, let's get into some of these comments. My boy Dave is in the building again. What's going on, Dave? How you doing, man? Steve M said, I'm going to call Nintendo tomorrow and ask if they will fix or replace my Wii U. It's still having internal memory errors. And the more I read about it, it's the hard drive module that's degraded. Ooh. I don't know, man. Because I remember they said they was closing down. They was closing down the repairs on that too, though. But you know what? Listen, man, I'm praying that anything can happen. If not Nintendo, man, I best believe it's somebody that will probably dig in that. Where to get that fixed at? I couldn't even tell you. CMG, what's going on, my guy? He says, "What's up, gaming dad? Chat Switch 2 rumors are heating up. You know what they are, man? Listen, I'm telling you, all these rumors, man. I just remember the times of the NX, and it went crazy for a long while. People had mock-ups. I'm waiting on those videos. Those are the videos to me I used to get really excited for. Those mock-ups of what it would look like. Like, do you listen? This is a great question to the chat. Do you think the next Switch is going to look like this? Do y'all really think it's gonna really look like this? Oh, I'm tripping. Do y'all really think it's gonna look like this here? Like the same kind of form? I don't think it's gonna be the same form factor. And to be honest, I really hope they do something with these Joy-Cons. I like the fact that it gets me through a pinch, but long term, I don't know. So I'm waiting on those videos. Those are the videos that's gonna excite me the most. And speaking of that, real quick, just before we go to some more of these comments, I went to GameStop to put some money on Resident Evil 4 remake because that comes out this month. And but you know what? They're selling the Super Mario Brothers toys already, and so I kind of bought one because I like to take pictures. Once you look at my channel, I like to take pictures of figures and things of that nature. I think it's dope. However, man, I bought it, right? And so I went to go pick up my son from his girlfriend's house. And I'm showing my son, like, hey, man, listen, check this out. I got this new Super Mario. And then he proceeds to open it. I was so mad. I wanted to drop kick him in his throat. But I digress. I just made him pay me for it since he decided to open it without permission. I'm just saying. But overall, like the toy itself, man, is like really well made. If you guys have ever bought like the Dragon Ball Z toys or action figures or whatever you want to call them from GameStop, they ain't the best. They kind of flimsy. But I say that Mario Brothers, man, that's a well-made toy. You can get that to a kid. He's not gonna break that right away. So if you plan on Christmas shopping early, those are some good toys to buy. All right, Retrospect Jay in the building. What's going on, Retrospect? How you doing, man? Welcome. Steve says similar eMMC NAND modules are in the 3DS and Switch 2. Both, hopefully, they're higher quality and last longer. They will fail eventually, though. Yeah, eventually. Eventually, it'll be at the end of the road. Shout out to Boys Man. Samantha Dub in the building. I love Samantha. She comes in. She just makes sure she represents. I just love that. Thank you, Samantha, for coming through. Candy P is in the business. Hey there, everyone. Congrats, CMG, on getting. Yes. Listen, ladies and gentlemen. Where are my sound effects at? Let's give it up for CMG one time with the 1,000 subscribers. My man, CMG with the 1K subscribers, man. Listen, tell you, man, that we all knew that day was gonna come, man, because you serve a very unique community, and I think the best thing you've done was switch over to the Steam Deck. That took your channel to a whole nother level, because you was like stuck around 500 for a long time when you was with when you was doing the Stadia content. But when you switched over to Steam Deck, man, I think that was the lick. So, you know, congratulations, my brother, man. Don't worry, man. 1,000 is just the start. It's just the beginning. All right. Let's see. Vic Noob in the building. Let's give it on Vic Noob. Let's see if I can click it on, right? Vic Noob said, whoa, right on time. That's right, my brother. Appreciate you coming through. Got you on the board. Steve M says, go to College of Charleston basketball. I'm proud they made it to the tournament. Yeah, man, listen, a lot of these little teams, you know, you wouldn't think got the opportunity to go out here and play. So it's going to be nice to kind of see them in the tournament. I believe the tournament starts this week, doesn't it? I need to get my bracket together before I start. That's what I got to work on tomorrow. Get my bracket together and my taxes. Those are 2 things I got to work on tomorrow. I got a ton of stuff to do in the next couple of days. All right. Quay 311, what's going on, my brother? He said this time next year is the earliest we'll see a new Switch hardware, excluding the OLED light. So Quay, you believe that we're getting an OLED light this year, not just that next generation. I don't think that. Too much evidence points to them releasing 2 systems, and both is going to be that whoever that next generation Switch, and there'll be an OLED to match. Remember now, your boy told you this first. They're going to release them both together, just like they did the new Super Nintendo and the new 3DS and the new 3DS. I guess I wouldn't call it a light, but you know, the smaller 3DS. I'm telling you, that's how they're gonna do it. They're gonna have 2 systems. You have 2 SKUs, and them bad boys gonna sell like absolute hotcakes. Cause people, I know for sure, if they release 2 systems, one an OLED and one like a Switch Lite model and one a regular one, I'm gonna get them both, because I totally dig. You know, it kind of how on how they kind of break it down, but I'm getting them both. I ain't gonna front. Cause I mean, to be honest, like I play my Switch Lite but the only thing I play on it is Pac-Man. Cause that D-pad is so butter. That D-pad on that Switch Lite is the truth. And so I play Pac-Man 99 on that. So it's gonna be dope, but I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting. If they come out with an OLED light, I think that's a misstep. I mean, the masses, I'm telling you right now, they're set up the way, you know what? Just go ahead and go right into it. The masses is ready. Unless they got so much stock that it wouldn't be the best situation for them not to do it. To me, if you got a lot of stock, you know, you just let them bad boys just kind of just sail over the years. Because for the Switch is going to continue to sell over the next 2 years. It's going to sell. CMG says, I'm here at a high school basketball game in New York. All right. Man, I tell you, man, listen, the best basketball to watch is high school basketball, man. No fluff. GT in the building. What's going on, man? TMC said, I am already at the acceptance stage of grief when it comes to Aaron Rodgers. I know, man. I know. And it kind of caught me off guard. You know, it's one. If you got an Apple Watch, it's one of them stories that pop up on your Apple Watch. You're like, oh, shoot, for real? I couldn't believe they made that deal. So, shout out to Aaron Rodgers, man. I don't really know how good the Jets is, but it is what it is. See, GT said, yo, he says, man, been calling Nintendo dropping the hybrid stuff, handheld and home console back in 2024. He has. I will agree to that, but I still don't think they dropped that because it's. I'm still in favor. Like, man, you just can't walk away with that. But it could happen. Nintendo has this. This is Nintendo we're talking about. It's not a really rational thought process. But you know what? It's one of the things like I'm gonna enjoy this ride while it is. It's new consoles, no matter when they release, man, it's always fun times as a video gamer, no matter if it's this or the PlayStation 6 or whatever. COG says, definitely, I'm hearing rumors it's more powerful than the Xbox Series S. If that is the truth, if it comes out and the system is as powerful or more powerful than the Xbox Series S, it's a win for Nintendo. It's an absolute win because them games on the Xbox Series S look phenomenal. I can imagine having that in a handheld. I don't know how they make that happen, but it's gonna be fun to see. Do you think Nintendo will cut or make concessions to their battery life in favor of having a more powerful system? I hope not. I really, really hope not. Oh, what's going on, Ruben, man? Appreciate you, my brother. Oh, yeah, make sure I get you on the board, man. I'm gonna put Ruben T on the board. And GT, I made sure that Candy got her son got that her eShop card. I made sure. I did, but I didn't listen. I didn't give it to her till like yesterday though. I mean, I'll be busy, man. I forget. And I ran out. I had ran out of eShop cards, so when I went to go put up my money on Resident Evil 4, I made sure I picked up a bunch of them so I can make sure I continue to have them out, man. But appreciate you, the super chat. I get to your question in one hot second, Ruben. Let's see. Quay says, it would be more Nintendo to drop a dock only variant to the Switch Lite. So are you saying, Quay, that hey, you know what? Nintendo is probably gonna drop a system that is dock only, that when you put your current Switch on there, it's gonna give you that higher fidelity on your TV. That's gonna be interesting to see. Cool breezy in the building, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta get to your comments. I'm still working down there, but I got 2 screens popped up. I got my poll going on right now. We got 14 people who voted. If you have not voted on the poll tonight, take the opportunity, man. Get on that vote. It's right in the chat if you're on YouTube, and give your vote. The question is Super Switcher to be released in summer 2023, fall 2023, or winter 2023? I was supposed to record the audio version of this tonight. I forgot. It is what it is. Chugga Switch 2. You know what? I've been playing Metroid Prime in handheld mode the whole time. But last night I put it up on the OLED. Man, that's a beautiful game. On my TV, man, the game's it's like, wow. If they can still get that out of some of these games, I mean, and it perform and run the way Metroid Prime runs, they got a shot to delaying this bad boy to 2024. But you know what? Until I see some more games come out, I don't know, man. I just right now, man. And they always say, listen, we're not gonna be at E3. That's not in our plans. So what are your plans, Nintendo? GT says, I think the next Nintendo Switch or the next Switch will look like a NVIDIA Shield Portable. Oh man, only skin. Oh my, hold on. Hey, your boy, listen. Hey man, listen. That system was so dope, man. Crazy dope, man. but that your boy, I still got mine. This was a dope. I ain't gonna lie. This was a dope system concept. I wish more people bought into this. That Nvidia Shield it was special, man. It feels like an old school Xbox 360 controller with a screen on top of it. This was dope. I wish they would go to this. This man right here, I'm telling you, it's so underrated. Even to this day, it just wasn't powerful enough. Like, but if it had the power to match the design, because this is a great design. It was a hard shell. You close it, you can take this thing and anywhere, man. This system was dope. I ain't gonna even front. I think I could probably sell this on eBay. I could still probably get top dollar for it. But this was a very, very, very good system. Very good system. But you know what? This wasn't supported well enough. But shout out to GT. A lot of people don't remember about that Nvidia Shield. CMG said it's coming. KP said thanks for donating the gift card. GT, that was very, very nice. I love when the community does that. You know what? Support. You know what? We all adults. Only when it comes of us are adults on their channel, and we go out. You know what? We do different things. We know we don't need it, but we go out and we support our community's kids, and so that's to me really, really important. I'm glad that was dope. That's right. It was a long time coming, CMG. CMG, Dan Country Music. Oh, y'all talking to one another. GT says, this hype beats buying both console despite knowing how horrible Nintendo is with multiple consoles. Hey, man, listen, man. Back up off me. Cool Breezy, taking it easy for Sheezy. Looker. In the chat, it's the boy Breezy. Ruben's in the building. Ruben with the super chat, man. He says, you rock. Wish list showing there. Listen. Yes, listen. Take off your shirt, flex and flirt. You know what? Hey, look, first of all, man, I appreciate you. That's what listen. That's all right. Cool Breezy. But yeah, man, I appreciate you, Ruben, man. Thanks for the super chat, man. It goes a long way. GT says, shut the door. Oh man, listen, GT is a diehard Steam lover. Steam. But hey, listen, but I tell you this much, man. I'm glad you brought that Nvidia Shield. My bad. I had everything to the box and everything. I might test the waters and see what I get for it. Cool Breeze says, I'm sorry, Switch is out. Steam Deck is my new handheld. I know, man. I ain't mad at you, but man, Metroid Prime will bring you back to the Switch. I ain't gonna front. It will bring you back to the Switch. Woo, that thing is, boy. Don't get me wrong. Listen, I probably of late, I'm definitely playing my Steam Deck way more because I play stuff like Madden. Even like I'm even playing this year's Madden. I'm playing last year's Madden, but I'm still having such a great time. I could take my Steam Deck and my dock to work. Take my HDMI, run it to I got a big old computer screen in my room. I run it to that, man. I play it, like on my breaks, I'm playing Madden on the full screen. It's tough, man. But I still root for Nintendo because I like Nintendo properties. So GT said, open the door back up for the cool Steam Deck breeze. For the cool Steam Deck breeze, ladies and gentlemen. Steve said, did you play Resident Evil 4 remake demo yet? I did. Matter of fact, I'm going to post a video. It didn't run that well on the, I played it on the Steam Deck. It didn't run very well. It's like, it's really only one part when it comes to dealing with the shadows. It was like a really like pixelated, jagged edge where there's supposed to be some shadows. And in the very first part, it was aggravating. But once you got into the house, it was like phenomenal. It only happened when I was outside. Inside, it was great. The other issue on the Steam Deck model version of it, I mean, because overall it ran really good. It had audio issues, so sometimes it would like go like I would get no audio, and then all of a sudden, you know, I have a situation with a monster or something, or you know, one of the clickers or whatever, and I'll have a issue with them, and then the audio will just pop back on. So it was kind of whack, man. But that part was whack, but the overall play experience was good. It was smooth, 60 frames. I enjoyed it on the Steam Deck. I was like, you know what, they could fix it on the Steam Deck. It might get bought on the Steam Deck. It was just that good. But I think a game like that, I would prefer to play on my TV. So the PS5 version will probably get picked up for sure because I put some money on it today. But I would definitely, I mean, to me, like I would enjoy watching CMG play it on the Steam Deck. It was good though. I mean, hands down, definitely worth it. If you haven't played the demo of Resident Evil 4, definitely play it. You might want to play it on a PS4 or Xbox first. If it is on Xbox, I can't even think if it's on Xbox or not. But definitely play it on there. And, you know, but Steam Deck had issues for sure. Quake 311 says, dock only to me is the entry model variant. I could see them doing for like $99 or $149, much like the Apple TV, which would be smart to me. So that's a great little comment right there, Quake. I like the fact that if they have three variants, you know, you get yourself the light version, or you can get yourself the regular version, both no docks. And if you want the dock experience, you want the little ump and resolution or whatever that support both the old Switch and the new Switch, you got to pay for it. I'm with that. And especially if you have an OLED Switch, as long as, because it's already, because the current OLED dock has a chip in there that's able to push this system to 4K. It's like it's a chip in there already. It just haven't been activated. So if you release a system, let's say for instance a new Super Switch variant, and they do it without a dock, they say, well, you can use your old dock. If you upgrade it, then it's not a big drop off. That's, to me, that's the move. That's a great move, to be honest. And they would probably win hand over fist because I think people will still want that dock. So that's right. He said shader compilation is a thing they have to address on the PC. Hopefully they will preload them in the final release. Yeah, I think so. Because, you know, overall, man, the experience wasn't bad. It's just that those jagged edges is very, very noticeable. Another thing that I had issues with it went away. But when I first started the game, I thought it might have been my controller, but it wasn't. It was like it kept taking the camera up. So I had to keep forcing the camera down. But probably like after I got into the house, it went away. So it's like little small issues, but you can tell that this game is going to be really, really good on the Steam Deck. Steve M says, I pre-ordered the PS5 version of Resident Evil 4 when Target had the buy two, get one. Look at you, boy. I tell you. Steve M always saving some money. What's going on, Supersonic Mike and Jay? Say hello. Was not there last week. Started late. Didn't know. Was sleepy and almost slept through tonight too. That's all right, man. Listen, you got to get your rest, man. But I'm glad you made it tonight. Let me go ahead and get you on the board. All right, Supersonic and Jay on the board. Oh, my favorite, you on there twice, huh, Sonic? All right, got you on the board twice. Sonic Knuckle Tails. Steve M says, the demo looks amazing on the OLED TV. Did you, Steve? Did you play the demo on the PS5? Supersonic MJ, listen. As a matter of fact, Supersonic Knuckles Tails, either one, doesn't matter. But on your YouTube page, there's a poll. Go ahead and place your vote. I got a poll we're going on currently right now. It says Super Switch to release in either summer 2023, fall 2023, or winter 2024. Currently, winter 2024 is winning with 60%. Fall 2023 has 33%, and summer 2023 is currently sitting at 7%. Not Gorilla Tactics says, going to see if we can end up in the finals again. All right, I got you. All right, got you. All right, so let's switch on over. All right. Once I get it together. All right, good people. PlayStation 6 release window may have been revealed in Microsoft Activision acquisition documents. All right, let's see. I gotta bring this closer to me. My eyeballs ain't the best like they used to be, but they will get better. I believe so. Documents related to Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard and the future of Call of Duty may have revealed Sony's release window for its PlayStation 6 console. The ongoing efforts for Microsoft to acquire Activision has led to some interesting details being leaked regarding PlayStation's ties to Call of Duty. While most information has been redacted in their documents, some PlayStation fans have been able to connect the dots and reach an interesting conclusion regarding PlayStation's next console. They talking about it already. There are obviously no current public publicity announced plans for the new PlayStation console at this time. PlayStation 5 has been available for less than 3 years and is thriving. Yet, in an industry of intense competition where video game development and mass scale hardware production can take many years, plans for the next PlayStation are likely already underway. Those kind of plans historically aren't shared publicly. However, an analyst an analyze of an analyst, I think analyst, an analyst of documents provided to the United Kingdom CMA regulatory body in 2022 led to an interesting report that this past year. A combination of statements. The first mentions Sony has special access to Call of Duty until 2027. And the second saying Sony would have special access to Call of Duty until its next console release, led to the speculation of 2027 launch. Launch date was the PlayStation 6, but that's not necessarily the full story. 2027 is pretty much what they're saying. I'm not going to read all the rest of this. But 2027. So about 4 years, well, that's about right. That's about 7 years. To me, I don't see, even though like the next system will come out, that PlayStation 5 is probably gonna continue to sell well into 2029. Golly, 2029. 2025, your boy will be 50. 50. I'm trying to think. Would I buy a PlayStation 6? Yep, I would. Talks of PS6 are already starting, while PS5 has largely been a disappointment thus far. Yeah, let's tell you, people, they just get so power hungry. They just everybody want the next thing, and I guess I get it, man. I'm a techie. I'm an electronics guy. I like to buy the latest and greatest too. But shoot, it's only been on the market 3 years, and there's not a whole lot of games exclusive to the system. That's my issue. My whole issue with either Xbox or PlayStation, this is not a whole lot of exclusive games to the system. That's like you can only play this on here. Like, a lot of these games, man, I can play on my PS4 and be truly happy with it. I don't know, man. What do you do? Quick question, man. You guys are watching, man. Am I bright enough? Let me see if I can brighten myself up just a tad bit. Oh, there we go. I think I might have been a little dainted. Let me see. Okay, that's a little bright. Let me cut this down some. All right, I just got to check. I got to check the lighting, man. I thought it was a little, just a tad bit dark. Don't want to be too dark. All right. Um, yeah, man. PlayStation 6, man. I mean, I don't. I think that PlayStation 6 will probably be all digital, and I hate to say that, but it probably will. I believe that I believe Nintendo will be last of the party when it comes to digital, and which I hope so because I kind of like having physical media. And speaking of Steam Deck, grab a great Steam Deck dock on Amazon. I'm assuming this is not the official deck. It don't look like it. I ain't gonna lie. Listen, I haven't tried any other docks, so I can't really tell you and say, hey, this is they all work the same. I believe they don't, but the current one for the actual Steam Deck itself is phenomenal. It gives me a great experience no matter what I play it on. But if you need one, you can get it on Amazon. This one I'm trying to think. Like I might have to put this one in the. I'm listen. Would I be crazy if I was to go ahead and buy myself a monitor and put it in my classroom? I'm thinking about it. I am so thinking about it. Just putting a monitor in my classroom on my desk. So this way I wouldn't have to connect it to my TV. When I get tired of playing, I can be like, all right, when we get tired of these kids and they go off to the other classes and I'm in there by myself, I can get some games in. I'm thinking about it, man. I'm really thinking about it. I think I might put that on my Christmas list this year. Now when you're at that, I think my wife might pull the trigger on that one. GT says the question becomes if the Pro launches next year and has availability issues, do you buy it knowing you'll get maybe 2 years of use? That's a man. Listen, GT, that's a great question. Let me tell you why I probably will not, and that's saying a lot for me because I'm always a new console guy. Because I believe that the PS4, the PS4 Pro, I got burnt buying the Pro. It was like I really didn't need it. I could have. I mean, I've watched my son. Like I gave my 4 to my son. I watched him play it, and I was just like not super duper, and like the difference wasn't like you had to go out and get a Pro. So I probably will pass, man. My PS5 is, it's phenomenal, and I don't see them upgrading it so much where I just gotta have it. The only thing they could really do is change the design and make it smaller. That's the only thing they really can do to make me say, you know what, I just gotta have it. So yeah, that's a good question, but probably I'll tell you this, I probably will skip it unless it's something so major that it has to happen, and it's gonna make my experience that much better. SOC, what's going on, man? Let me get you on the board before I forget. Ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and look at the board real quick. If your name is not on the board, just let me know so I can get you on there. All right, let's see. Dave says I just ordered a Steam Deck but didn't get a dock. I think it just shipped or it's about to ship. You know what? The docks come really. You know what? You can wait on the dock. You don't absolutely need a dock right away. But I would get one. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I just the experience because before I would just try to just plug it into the TV. You get an okay experience, but you get so much. I get such a better experience with a dock. Steve Hill said, "Did you see Pokemon is hiring someone for NFTs?" I still see that, man. I was just like, you know what? Two things in video games that I will never support. NFTs is one. Games as a service is two. I just won't support them games, man. To be honest, I wish that whole genre just die off. Because to me it's just a money hungry scheme to get you to spend more money on games that you're not really investing in. They come and they go. Like I look at my sons all the time. I tell them like, hey man, stop spending your money on these different seasons because once the season is over, they got your money and they're off to the next season. So it's just that it just I don't like that kind of like predatorial type of game. And games are, I mean, video games ain't like that, man. It shouldn't be like that. I hate that, and I'm totally against those two entities right there. NFTs is to me is, yeah. Would I invest in it? Because I know people are stupid. They're gonna buy NFTs. But however, would I spend my money on NFT? Absolutely not. I don't care what they got going on. He said it's on LinkedIn. Yeah, first of all, listen. Speaking of, shout out to Doc Trey, man. Love Doc Trey. Love his content. I'm always a big fan of Doc Trey, man. I'll pray. I'll pray one day that I can kind of get him on the show. Maybe I can interview him or something. That would be dope. But his content is always dope, man, and he gets down to the nitty gritty. I like his content because it's no fluff. It's just like, this what it is. This is what I found. This is what it is. What you think? And the information he found on recently about, hey, the process and how this particular worker used to work for Nintendo, and he used to work on the tap out process, and that tap out process is the final stages before they start putting chips into production. So that's the reason why I lean more to a fall 2023, because I believe that system's coming out this year. It's too much money in these times of inflation that I don't think Nintendo can wait. And listen, I'm telling y'all pay attention, man. I hope y'all paying attention to what's going on with these banks and all this other stuff that's going on behind the scenes. And I think Nintendo can't wait for what's going to happen in 2024, especially when these situations going on with these banks. They better take advantage of getting that system out sooner than later. I mean, to be honest, to me, the summer one to me will be more efficient. They'll sell way more systems between now and end of the year. And also, we tend to forget a couple things, that Nintendo has their annual conversations with their investors, and I believe it's the end of June. I believe it's the end of June. That's the reason why I believe the end of June we get a trailer for this new system. I'm telling you, everything is set up perfectly to kind of let you just, right out this year. They'll announce some games. They're either gonna announce a game, they're gonna announce a system, because they're gonna have something to show to these investors, man. Investors, man. Listen, why did this bank this fall recently? Because people that had their money in there was like, I'm pulling my stuff out. Inflation made them lose money on that. So you know what? I'm telling you, it's better for Nintendo to get this system out than wait on it. That's why I don't think it's gonna be one or 2024. Just for how the landscape of the world is going on right now. SOC says more money, more problems. You ain't lying, my brother. You ain't lying. Supersonic MJ says, when you say banks, what do you mean? My mind goes to political issues. It's not political. It's that you have a bank that's in I don't know the name of the bank, but we recently had a bank that failed and had to be taken over by the government. So when those things happen, if you are a regular consumer, you should be okay. You should be protected. As long as you got less than $250,000 in your accounts, and you bank to that bank, you got all your money back the next day. But if you have more than 250,000, the rest of the money you had over that wasn't protected, and so those situations can cause a panic. And then you have other people who have their monies in banks. What they say they start doing, they start pulling their monies out, especially they're smaller banks. So you know what? Like, I got my money in a smaller bank, but it's no reason to pull out. But once again, knowledge is power, and people sometimes will panic on what's going on. Now, certain businesses you might want to pay attention to. If you got over $250,000 in the bank, you should be paying attention for real. If you don't, you okay, because you can get your money, because your money is always insured. All right. So that's what I mean by the banks. Some of these banks are failing. Steve M says, speaking of banks, it is a good idea to buy or invest in a bank certificate right now. Yeah. I mean, it's good to do a couple of things. I'm always been a big fan of uh, uh, um, a universal life insurance policy. Um, I think that's that's a great way to one keep your money where your money will continue to grow even through these negative times, especially if you got yourself quite a bit of funds. To me that's the best way to to really build a legacy of financial blessings for your legacy. I've seen the benefits from that. I'm a byproduct of that, where my great 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 grandfather owned land here in Georgia, and was a principal and a school owner. And those decisions he made back then is still reaping our family quite a few blessings. So, putting in these times, man, especially with this inflation being so high, and it's no end in sight right now. Um, just be mindful, man. Just don't just walk around like the world is all good. You know what? You might want to stay in touch with some of these stories. All right. Given it that the FDIC said they were covering full deposit for Silicon Valley over. Okay, so I didn't know that. That's new information. Probably to not cause a bank run. Yeah, listen, they had to. That was a very very smart decision by the FDIC. I did not know that, but that's great information. Shout outs to them, man. Shout outs to them for making that happen, because it would have it'll cause it. Matter of fact, even the mere thought of that is causing a lot of people in America to kind of question, like, especially if they're small banks. You got to question that, and it all depends on how. See, the the Silicon Valley Bank, the reason why they had so many issues is how they invested their deposits. How they invested their deposit came back to bite them. Most banks, what do? They invest into the insurance policy. They go get them an insurance policy on your money, and then they make money off their insurance policy. The same way a universal life insurance policy works. So why use a bank anymore? Become your own bank and get yourself a universal. It is not hard to do. All right, let's see. Steve said, "I wish I had 250,000." Yeah, I did too. I sure do. Silicon Valley Bank never heard of a risk management team. Well, they have now. Best believe they are in risk management mode. And the bad part about it, saying that this bank is probably going to go away because no one's looking to buy the bank. I know it's not even about video games, but it's about money for video games. That's why I believe Nintendo should not play around, and they need to go ahead and make those things happen. Let's see. Let's see. PS5 finally copies popular Xbox Series X feature. What is that? What did they do? I don't. Let's see. It says Wario64 relays over on Twitter. The recent PS5 update quietly adds a new functionality involving game disc. More specifically, with the update installed, if a PS5 user buys a digital version of a game already installed via disc, you can use the same disc installation to play the digital copy without inserting the disc. Well, that ain't huge. I mean, yay. I mean, but that's not big. That also applies to games downloaded via PlayStation Plus that meet this criteria. Okay, so I guess if you already own the game and then you go to put the disc in, it will load the digital version before it would load the disc version. Oh, that's not really a big old thing. But you know what I mean? I'm glad it's finally happened. I guess it was happening already on Xbox. All right, let's see. Metro Prime Remastered, number 10 in Japan sales. This is not surprising. Let me see. I wonder if these sales numbers are going to pop up like they're supposed to. Let's read the full article. So they didn't give me all this. They didn't give me all of this. So over in Japan, Metro Prime Remastered sold 7,980 units to rank as number 10 best in selling. Okay, but that's because you know what, they're not big fans of Metroid over in Japan. So for them to even get the top 10, I say, you know what, bravo to them. But I'm really waiting to see more of the sales numbers come out. Oh yeah, it did go blank. Huh. Let's see what happened. I'm tripping. Everything went. Listen, I don't know what. I don't know what happened. Monster Nation said, "Can you just read my comments?" Let's see. Okay, here you go. Monster Nation said, "I found Max Payne on Nintendo Game Boy. This version looks very strange. It was very strange. I do remember that version. I bypassed that one. I was like, I went past them. In fact, I seen that recently too. The bad part about it, they might have seen a video or something. But no, even when that game came out, I just remember that game was not looking very good. But Monster Nation, man, welcome to. I don't know why I took my screen, man. Just my wheel screen kind of went off. Let me see. Let me come back. All right, and now let me try it again. I don't know what's going on, man. It just happened too. It's like real quick. I need to figure this out. I might have to come back. I don't know what's going on. Give your boy a minute, man. Let me figure it out, man. Like even the oh, cause I'm right there. All right, there we go. I don't know what happened. Hold on real quick. My dog's back. I don't know what happened. It just popped up like that. But hey, Monster Nation, let me get you on the board real quick. All right, got you. Monster Nation on the board. Let me get back there. All right. Steve M says, Aaron Rodgers' darkest retreat live stream. Oh man. Turn off the lights and light a candle. Hold on a second. Hold on one second, good people. My bad, good people. I had a kid. Listen, I'm gonna tell you a weird story real quick. I had a kid. Uh, uh, okay, but I had a kid in my neighborhood, and I think listen, and I'm not trying to be mean. I think the kid might have some. He might be on the spectrum. He might be a little artistic, but I guess he got in trouble with his mama. His mama took his Xbox and slammed it. I don't know why he decided to come to my house of all houses in my neighborhood to see if I can fix it. So I took the Xbox. I should have took a picture of it. It was destroyed. There was no coming back from that. It would cut on, but I couldn't get that bad boy to work. And so he was like, "All right, I'm gonna come back to," and he said gonna come back at 9 o'clock. He came back right at 9 o'clock. That was him that came to the door. And but yeah, I couldn't fix it. I was like, there was no signal coming out of the HDMI. So I mean, but the mama must have slammed the piss out of it because it was broken. It was all into pieces. But it still cut on though. was a not. It wasn't an Xbox Series S. It was the regular Xbox One S. Might be the One S. But yeah, she broke the piss out of that bad boy. He must have pissed her off. But he tried to get it fixed. He was hoping somebody could fix it, but it ain't no fixing that. Ain't no coming back from that. What's going on, Moat? It's a Moat Squid. What's going on, man? So I finally been released from prison. That is work. I bet you money if you have that. I can only imagine. It's good to be here, man. Same here, my brother. Listen, man, I got a poll that's going on in my in the stream, man. If you look in the comments area, man, go ahead, man, vote on that poll, man. If you feel like commenting on it, I'm gonna go ahead and put you on the board. We give out a free Nintendo eShop card every Monday night, and by you chiming in tonight and putting your comment in, you got yourself on the board to be able to get that W. All right, got 17 people, and your boy Gaming Dad is in the hookup. I don't know who I'm gonna give my card to if I win, but I'll let you know. All right. GT said, "Man, Teddy Pendergrass references went right over his head." Thanks to all the kids with busted everybody. Right. Turn off the lights and light a candle. Susan, my Supersonic MJ says, "Sorry, I'm half skimming what you said over the financial decisions. I got stuck on stupid things talking about the government and problems while trying to get envelope with things out of control, frustration, blah, 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 but still learning some things. Blaze TV, blah, 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 blah." Yeah, Glenn Beck is, I like Glenn Beck. And still trusting that God is working regardless of what's taking place. Absolutely, man. Where are my sound effects at? Absolutely, man. At the end of the day, that's what I try to tell a lot of people. When God is in control, we are not. He said, "You ain't winning. Chill." Oh, man. You listen, man. Listen, you gonna speak that over me? I might just win. I might get the dub. All right, let's go ahead and continue. It says, "The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom is skipping major gaming event." So they're not going to be at PAX East, even though they're going to have a booth. Like Nintendo is going to have a booth at PAX East, but it won't be any Zelda. That's why I was like, yeah. I really thought about going to PAX East. If Zelda would have been there, I probably would have convinced my wife to let me go by myself. She wouldn't have liked it, but I think she would have let me ride it out. But if you plan on going to PAX this year, Tears of the Kingdom would not be there. It will be a no-show. All right. Me coming out of that. And Xbox confirms it will not be at E3 2023. Okay. We know this already, but I think they kind of reconfirmed it. But they're still doing a showcase. So there'll still be somebody will take their information and broadcast it to the masses. The only reason why I would even think about going this year for E3, this to kind of see what games will be announced and what games I'll be willing to play. I just think this year E3 is probably gonna suck. You know what? It's gonna suck, man. Even though we still like me and my family, we're still going to LA. We just don't know. I don't know E3 gonna be in the plans. Let's see. Nintendo plan maintenance may make several services temporarily unavailable today. Across Switch, Wii U, and 3DS. Nintendo has announced its server maintenance scheduled for the next few days, and today, March 13th, is set to be a big one. The maintenance officially began earlier in the morning or yesterday. If you are in North America, with Nintendo working on the Save Data Cloud for the Nintendo Switch Online service, the level of tweaking is set to continue across several of the company's other servers over the next 24 hours. With the risk that these may become temporarily unavailable while the next work is taking place. Thanks, Nintendo everything. So if you run into some issues where you can't get online with the Switch, then you know why. GT says all these games and events for 2023 are looking meh. Yeah, man, all of them. Just like I um I have two things I'm looking forward to this year though. I have made it. I'm taking my kids in my class to go see Mario on day one. Um, on April the 5th, so that should be dope. I haven't got approved yet, but more likely they'll approve it. So that's gonna be dope. And what else I'm looking for? There, I'm gonna take my daughter out to LA um for her senior trip. She wanted to go to LA. She wanted to go to the Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario World rather, out in LA. So we can go check that out, and then we like Charlie Brown, so we can go to the Peanuts Museum out in Santa Monica. So got some traveling to do this upcoming summer, and then hopefully, you know what, if they release this Nintendo this year, your boy is gonna make some. I'm getting out there and get in line. I'm going to make it out there to get in line for. I just don't know. I can't do 30 days, so you might catch your boy out there. Maybe like I might spend 3 days out there, but that's about it. That's all you're gonna get for your boy. I'll come get in line when it's 3 days ago, and then I just kind of just chill with my people because I can't take out that much time from work. I hope it releases like on a Sunday or something, so I can be like, all right, I don't gotta take. Then I can probably take a little bit more time to make it out there. But it is what it is. Let's see. We talked about that. Let's see. The Xbox Game Pass rumor claims Nintendo Switch RPG is being added soon. Let's see what games. Shin Megami Tensei 5 is supposedly coming to Game Pass. Let's see. It's an anniversary event being between May 5th and May 6th when the game will release on other platforms. The rumor doesn't say, but what is mentioned is a day one Xbox Game Pass release. So, for those of you who have not played Shin Megami Tensei and you have Xbox Game Pass, it's coming. So what does Switch maintenance do or change or affect? It don't really don't affect anything for us as gamers, but it becomes an inconvenience because they're trying to do things to improve their servers. So they might shut some servers down. So some services we might be accustomed to using, like at online play, things of that nature, might be stalled for that reason. Supersonic MJ says, I don't know if you are interested in this or not, Gaming Dad, 1906, that's on Twitch, but not sure if you are aware Pac-Man 89 had qualifiers during January, did they? And Bandcamp Nyko is hosting the finals March 24th at Pac. Oh, some really pro players, not me by a long shot, but some things you might be interested. Yeah, you listen. I would be interested in that. I ain't even know that. I did not know that. That would be dope. First shout out to Super Mocking MJ. Go ahead and give him the applause real quick, man. Thank you, man, very much, man, for sharing that information. But absolutely, man. Listen. Pac-Man 99 is it's like my thing, man. I play that. I think more than any other game right now. All right, let's switch about here and get to our next story. It says Donkey Kong and Bowser's Castle will join the Lego Mario universe this summer. I mean, listen, don't get me wrong. I mean, if I was a kid that was into Nintendo as a kid, I would want this. But to be honest, the Super Mario Brother toys right now is like the best thing cooking. Them things is I wish. Hold on a second. My bad, good people. I want y'all to hear me holler. Yeah. So, All right, thanks, Joe. So listen, man, this toy is quality. I ain't even front, man. Let me see if I can get this close to the screen. Matter of fact, let me switch screens real quick. This thing is quality. Let's see if I can get the focus in on it. This is a quality toy, man. I mean, it's solid, it's well built. Got the plumber going on. I mean, I like, man. Listen, this is the only thing I like about his eyes look so big. Let's see if how big his eyes is. God almighty, Martin. You made me think somebody behind me. Can you imagine all of a sudden you like this here and then hey, what's up, Joe? Yeah, that's right. That's how you do it, Joe. Go get on. But man, this is a great little toy, man. It's solid. I'm just surprised how solid it is. You know, listen, I used to play with toys a lot when I was a kid, and toys used to break all the time. But this toy right here, boy, it's nice. So who is better plumber, Mario or Luigi? I mean, listen, man, I'm Mario all day. Matter of fact, let me come back. Luigi always getting caught into something. All right, Joseph on the board. Steven said, that Mario toy has creepy. It does, man. It does have very creepy eyes. That's the same thing. Me and Joe kept looking at that. Man, why does his eyes look like that? It will haunt you and like beat you up. Look at it. We're gonna look at the eyes again. You know what? That's not a trick. That's not a trick question, but that's a legit question. Look at his eyes, man. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. GT says, trick question. It's Waluigi. Where I don't know where is Waluigi should be. He should have his own game or something by now. He did such a funny character. I was asking you some questions, but you missed it. Hold on, Monster. Let me look back. Well, hold on, Monster. You said, "Can I read your mama comment?" I read it. Hold on, let me go back. You said you found this Max Payne on Nintendo Game Boy. This version looks very strange. Okay. Yeah, brother. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's the only comment. That's the only question you asked me. I mean, I try my best to not miss out too many questions, but that was the only statement that popped up. Unless it popped up. Just do me a favor. Just ask it again if you don't mind, because I'll definitely answer it. This is So if you don't mind, can I request your friend code, GD? You know what? It's on Discord. You should if you look at my Discord, you should be able to find it. Cause I should have I believe I have a section on Discord that has gaming codes where you can kind of put yours at. You can just mine's is on it. On the for the Switch, it should be on Discord. Let's see. Hold on. Hold on real quickly. All right, they're asking was I coming to clean tonight? I'm like, absolutely. Monster Nation. I don't know either one of those people. What's that about? You might want to ask the full question. I don't know who those people are. All right. Let's continue and get off of this here. Come back to the screen. Get back to my wheel. All right. So I think this is dope, but they're crazy expensive, man. I think that's the issue with these particular Mario sets. They cost so much. It's like I just can't fathom spending that much money on this where I can't make any money from it, but like maybe say take some pictures or something. Let's see. Nintendo Switch Online next free game trial is ready to kick off next week in the UK. More than likely, if it's kicking off in the UK, I haven't seen it. It hasn't been I have not seen it just released in just one region. So more than likely, this would definitely be coming over to the US. I think if you're a big soccer fan, and I've met a lot of middle school kids who honestly play these soccer games, and they really, really, I mean, they like it. The soccer game in 2K, I see kids on the middle school level playing all the time. So this might be legit, probably cool. My son, he might jump on this. Ladies and gentlemen, I get 18 votes. Let's get 18 likes tonight. Hook your boy up, man. Take an opportunity real quick. Jump out the stream, hit that like button, jump back in and join us, man. It won't cost you nothing to hit the like button, man, but it means the absolute world to me. All right. We'll come out of there. Nintendo's next console doesn't have to try so hard. The hybrid design of the Nintendo Switch gave it novelty, but its continued success is due to games. Nintendo's next console can skip the gimmicks. Very good title, man. Do you guys believe in that? Does the next console, can it really, really, really just skip all the gimmicks? I believe it can. They can just make small improvements like giving us voice chat, giving us folders and themes that's native to the system. If anything, I would like redesign is the Joy-Cons. Give us some better, comfortable Joy-Cons that does the work. And you know what? This overall, just take the current concept of a hybrid and make it just that much better. That I'm all in favor of. Because I like, you know, I would be really, really devastated. I ain't gonna lie, that would be devastated if they released a system that didn't have a portable aspect with a great screen. I would be like, man, I would be so mad if it was just like a home console. Because don't get me wrong, I like playing on my TV every now and then, but I'm always on the go. So the Switch works, and like the Steam Deck works in my favor. I play them to more than I play anything else. I play my Xbox and PS5 are just sitting right here collecting mad dust, even though I cleaned them recently. But you know what? They don't get a whole lot of playtime because I'm playing other games. That's like, I'm playing the Madden and the 2K. I'm not playing a lot of games that have a whole lot of depth in it, like, except, Metroid Prime, of course. But man, I would not like that at all. So I'll read a little bit of this article real quick. It says, the Switch has been a massive success by folding their home and portable hardware lines into one device. Nintendo was able to focus on a single platform. Speaking of that, one thing Doc Trey said, and I totally agree, that Nintendo, the reason why the Wii U did not sell is because they released the Wii U and then they released the 3DS. And so they were in competition with one another. I'm glad somebody at Nintendo recognized that, because the best decision they ever made was to bring those two entities together and to focus in on one system. That's the reason why the Switch, to me, is so successful. Is because of those two markets coming together. Okay, let's keep reading. The hybrid design was certainly appealing, allowing fans to dock and play on the big screen for a traditional console experience, or use the Switch as a portable. The weak Switch specs are now showing their age, but Nintendo's strong first-party software continues to thrive, suggesting a more traditional console should follow. Ooh. Do Nintendo reverse what they did? They gave them so much success to give you two consoles. Could Nintendo release a powerful Switch home console, and then 2 years from now give you a Switch, a true successor that kind of blends in and works with the Switch home? That's a great concept. Think about that. if when they release a system that both plays um that plays new Switch games and old Switch games, don't give you a new Switch console, but waits, gives it maybe a year on the market, and then it come with a more powerful portable to match with that home console to really ride out the wave. That would be something. I just think that would be a misstep. I still think they need to leave it alone. That would be dope. It just wouldn't be dope yet. It would be one of them situations where people would definitely pick it up. It would definitely sell. It wouldn't really turn heads until they decide to say, hey, buy this system to go along with it. And then it would be like in good terms. But it's a Nintendo. They could very well do that. Let's see. GT says, no, I don't think they can skip the gimmicks. I'm not sure how many people are going to be willing to pay premium prices for just a more powerful Nintendo console. The experience of playing Nintendo consoles, oh man, in fact, let me click it on. The experience of playing Nintendo consoles is different to Xbox, PlayStation. When they tried to make something more traditional, it flopped. Man, you got a point. I can't even argue with that point because that's legit. You know what? I know what I would want. Um, but if the ability to get new customers to buy into the system, Nintendo has historically always did something different. Now, there wasn't a big difference in between the Super Nintendo and the regular NES. The difference was like, hey, they made the joysticks a little better. The joysticks had a different format. You know, it had a couple more buttons. Um, it was definitely a more powerful console. So I believe in this generation, they could very well get away with a redesign of the Joy Cons and a redesign of the Joy Cons and maybe a more powerful system. Because that's, to me, that's the jump between the NES and the Super Nintendo. They can repeat that, and I think it would sell. Because at the end of the day, it's about the games. The games will sell that system, regardless of if they try to keep it. If they had to keep it regular or not, the system is going to sell the games are going to sell the system. As long as they got the games coming, as long as it's a plan to have some really heavy hitters come down that pipeline, Nintendo's going to be okay no matter what system they put out there, in my opinion. See, long story short, when the news is all I can think about, sometimes in a bad way, something had to be done to manage that. Similar cases, different situations with Discord. So disabled I had to disable my account for a time, not letting that get to me. Last time. Oh my god. Okay. So what I can do is, let's see. I will figure out some way to get that information to you. Don't want to do that. Stop. Um, I will figure out a way to get that information to you, Supersonic MJ, sooner than later. Just bear with me for a minute. All right. Let's see. Hold on. It says after the comment, disabling was easy, but spending at least some of that time with God instead of games is a hard part. Yeah, I think I would just talk about that to some kids in class today. You know what? We are what we do the most, and we need to get our lives definitely in order where we begin to have more deep conversations and reading God's word. I think that's important for any person that's trying to grow in their life and move forward, and especially in the positive direction. I think that relationship with God is most important. So nothing wrong with that decision. Not sure the masses casual want to be having the same gaming experience for over a decade if you combine both Switch and Switch 2. But they have though, haven't they? We've been playing the same Mario Kart for 10 years and it still sells. When you have a quality product, man, people still gonna sell. They're still playing and buying Super Mario U. Think about that. They're still selling and playing that game to this day. Um, Super Mario Odyssey sold 20 something million. Best believe a part two is going to continue that process. Um, Breath of the Wild is about to sell a ton of copies because and think about it. We've been playing Zelda for it's going on 7 years, right? So I believe that with advertisement, that's a move where that will continue to sell units. Now, I do believe you in this here. Nintendo is probably better off somehow, some way, making it a tad bit different where people feel like they need to upgrade or they need that next system. Now, how they do that we all gonna have to wait and see. That's the interesting part. We got to wait and see. I have a Twitch. I have a Twitch whisperer, but I don't want that turning too much into a replacement. Celebrating every victory, but big or small. Okay, I get that. Grid Tech says, Wii U plays different to the Wii. Switch plays different to the Wii U. Slightly upgrading to the Switch 2. From the Switch, it's not the same gaming experience. But if you look at the same playing regular Nintendo games and upgrading them to Super Nintendo was a slight difference. It just had more power and the games looked different and the controller was different. That was it. Still cartridge based. The cartridge went on top. The design of the system was different, but the experience was, just an upgraded version of the NES. So that will work. And I'm telling you, the portable aspect and the Switch it's a novelty. I mean not novelty, but it is unrivaled. No, listen, only other system is the Steam Deck that gives you that kind of play my handheld Switch and play on my computer experience. Now, this is what will make Nintendo, which will make this next Switch like really really different. If they still want the same portable concept, but they had an app that will connect to your TV or your computer, that what you was playing here can also be played there. If they do that concept like the Steam Deck, oh man, then they got a winner. Would I think they do that? Absolutely not, because that gives people access to their IPs on a different sensitive level, and then people will be modding it. I don't think they would want to go that direction. But they got to. I don't think they need to do something totally different. It needs to be a little gimmicky, but it's going to be the games more than the system. Even though this go around, it was both. They had the games and had the system. Zelda and the ability to have this game and go portable was phenomenal. But it's gonna be very interesting. But I totally dig your comments, GT, because those are very, very. You can't automatically dismiss nothing you're saying tonight. You got great points. I didn't think they could. I think they could thrive. Would it sell more than the current Switch? Now that I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, I don't know. Could the Switch 2 outsell the Switch 1? I don't know. Once again, games would dictate how successful that thing is going to be. What improvements they make over the current Switch? Because to echo your point, if they make it too similar, if it's too similar, then they have an issue. They got to make it different enough to validate the upgrade or the switch. No pun intended. It says, I'm talking about how you interact with the game, not the gameplay itself. Plus, Zelda switch up its gameplay drastically. True. Compared, well, I guess compared to what was that? Skyward Sword. I guess Skyward Sword was the Zelda before Breath of the Wild. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. The open world experience was something new. But on the backs of such a great game, you get people that's gonna come right into it. So okay, I mean, I dig it. Says Supersonic Tail says, did you play Mortal Kombat 8 DX Wave 4 tracks? Oh, Mortal Kombat. I said Mortal Kombat, but Mario Kart. I have not played them yet. The plan was to play on Sunday, but on Sunday we have family meetings, and the family meeting went kind of long, so we didn't get to play. But maybe tomorrow I'll get to play that. I don't have the game, but watching one track stood out far above the rest. Yeah, everyone's talking about the Yoshi Island track. You're talking about 30-year-old gaming console success, though. Completely different time. Granted, yes, there's a completely different time, but that upgrade is the same. Why do okay for instance? Why did people who bought a PlayStation 3 that sold 80 million copies turned around and bought a PlayStation 4 that looks the only thing really different, it had more power. The controllers are pretty much identical. Why did people buy 114 million units of the PlayStation 4? It wasn't drastically different. No, but it made games run better. It gave it a better experience in that. And they had games with the graphical. It was all graphical. It wasn't like no gimmicks. It was the PlayStation 3 games is just a better PlayStation 4 games is a better looking experience than the PlayStation 3. We can go one further. You know what? Hey, PS5 is the only thing the drastic thing the PS5 gives you to me over a PS4. Because we can argue like people are still playing their PS4s and people are not really jumping on the PS5 bandwagon, even though it start to sell. Because you know what? It's not drastically different. It's just giving you a better experience. The SSD, faster load times, all those things come into play. And that's all Nintendo needs to do is give you an experience that is by far better than the current Switch, and they can keep it looking the same. If I know for sure, like, if this gives me a better experience, then I'm going to upgrade. I look at it like cameras. You know what? Hey, if you know anything about camera, I had a Fuji X100V, great images. But the autofocus is really slow. It was a slower experience. The focus by wire is a little slower, so it just didn't give me the same experience. That's why I had to sell it and upgrade and get a Leica because Leica gives you the best images, and they're gonna make that natural upgrade. So I don't think simply upgrading consoles power and fixing the Joy Cons ain't it. They have to do more. That being said, a traditional console over the usual gimmicks is huge change. Laugh out loud. The option between PS4 and I'm assuming 3 were DRM and no DRM on Wii U. They picked the lesser of two evils and one failure. Said PS3 size PS4. Okay, I got you. I got what you're saying. Xbox came out the gate with bad rumors about their console. Wii U was flopped hardware by the time with no third party support. No, that wasn't the only reason why the Wii U failed. Because right now they're proving without a shadow of a doubt that the games they had, all the games that's selling like crazy on the Wii U, I mean on the Switch, was Wii U titles. So they had the game, they flopped because of The naming convention was too similar. For one, there was no clear extension. Like, why did you really need this system? They didn't. Their marketing their marketing was terrible. That's the reason why the Wii U failed. It wasn't the games, even wasn't even the power of the system. It was strictly the marketing. The marketing in that system was terrible, and they on top of that, Nintendo systems that sells well typically launch with a Mario or a Zelda title, and they didn't launch with neither. So I can send you a Twitch Whisper on my Switch friend code if that works. You would need to message me first. For me to. Okay, I think I can do that. Yeah. Okay. Just give me a minute. I'm not saying why the Wii U failed. I'm just saying that the console had already flopped by the time the PS4 and Xbox One had launched. Okay, my bad. Yeah. So yeah, Guerrilla Tactics makes some great points. Unless I'm not. To me, it's like I think we only differ. I believe that with enough upgrades in this climate, I believe it can be successful. Um, and they don't need a whole lot of. I don't think they need a whole lot of gimmicks. I just think it needs to. They need to prove that this system is different than the current Switch and why there is a need to upgrade. Because even with the PS5, there's a clear. I mean, if you loading games is clear, it's a clear difference between this and the PS4. The experience and how you interact with the system, to me, is way different than the PS4. It's a much more pleasant experience. Um, will people look at it like that? People going to want to upgrade because they know there is a new system, and they don't want. And people hung up on numbers, so people don't want the 4 when there's a 5 out. So that's going to be Nintendo. Now, how do Nintendo say this is totally different, and you need this one here compared to just having a regular one? You name that bad boy Super Switch, and that word "super" says so much, especially to an American audience. It says it speaks volumes. Just that word, Super Switch. I want something. I want the Switch. I don't want just a regular Switch. I want the Super Switch. Because that's how the Super Nintendo was. People didn't want the regular Nintendo. They're like, man, I want the Super Nintendo. And that's those just that marketing is, to me, is the most pivotal part if systems are going to sell. All right. So okay, GT says people are going to buy a Nintendo console because they're hype they're hype beasts. I'm not saying without major changes to the look or slash design. We could be in a Wii/Wii U territory for prolonged sales. I okay. I'm assuming you're saying, like, what, even with this new system come out, I don't think the Switch is going to die out in sales. I don't think people are automatically going to not buy a Switch, especially if it's a cheaper model. Um, I think if a new Switch comes out, they're gonna have to drop the price of the current Switch to make it more competitive. Um, I just don't know how drastic of a price change they make. All right, let's see. I don't. I think that when it comes to stories, let's see. Look at the latest e charts. Let's see if they showed it here. All right, this is the top 10 eShop charts. All right, number 1, Metro Prime Remaster Kirby's Return to Dreamland comes in number 2. Stardew Valley, my goodness, man. That game came out when the system launched and is still selling. Mario Kart 8 still selling. Man, who hasn't bought Mario Kart 8? That's the question. Who hasn't bought Minecraft? Another question. Mario Party Superstars is still selling. You know what? when we was talking about earlier, what could hurt Nintendo? This could hurt Nintendo. Is that people now are really starting to buy systems based upon that thought process of a Wii. You got Wii Sports is kind of out there again. You got these Mario Party games. And those people who has bought it is not going to really jump onto this new system. But, okay, so will the new system sell? Yes, I just don't think it will sell as good as well as the current Switch. But I think it's like this first 2 or 3 years, they're probably going to thrive. People are going to buy it in the droves, especially if the games keep coming. But they're going to have games strictly for that system for them to really make that push for them to really start buying games on that particular system or buying that particular system because of the exclusives that particular system has. So that's going to be Nintendo's question. Do they have games that are on both systems because they want the sales, or do they say, listen, you can only play this on the Super and Switch? And I think they do the latter. I think they have games strictly for the Super Switch. I think that's what they do. They have games strictly for the Super Switch, and that's what's going to push more people to buy games and to support that particular console. I would not be surprised if they say that Metroid Prime 4 is strictly a Super Switch item. I think that would be stupid because I think you want as many people to play Metroid as possible, but it wouldn't surprise me. I don't think people who aren't turned in are going to know the difference between Switch and Switch 2 if they look the same. I agree. That's why I feel like they need to change it slightly. Like when people thought the Wii U was just an ugly tablet. Yeah. And it was, but the base console was too similar to the Wii. You know what? I worked at launch. It was one of the very I worked at Wii U launch, and so the question was, and the question I should get all the time was like, what's the difference? When I had parents come up here and say, what's the difference? One is a Wii, one's a Wii U. What is the big difference? And you had to explain that. And to me, if I am the associate and I have to explain that to a parent, something is definitely wrong with the marketing. And you're right, it was kind of like an ugly tablet, but I enjoyed my Wii because I would take my Wii to work. I go plug it in over there and just play off the tablet. And that, to me, that was dope. All right, good people, listen, this is your boy. Looking at this poll one last time before we get into until I give away tonight. We got 20 votes on the scene right now, and so currently, winter 2024 is still in the lead with 55%. Fall 2023. I know the question was, of course, again, was Super Switch to release in either summer 2023, fall 2023, or winter 2024. And in the lead is winter 2024 with 55%. In the middle is fall 2023 with 40%. And last but definitely not least, summer 2023 with 5%. Oh, that's a pretty good poll. All right, but ladies and gentlemen, listen. It is we've been screaming for about almost 2 hours now, and it's about that time. It says I would go to the top 10 download e-charts, but that's irrelevant. All right, let's get out of here. Get to the wheels of steel. Listen, before I get started, check the wheel. We got 18 people on the wheel. If you have not jumped on yet, let me know in the chat so I can get you on and get you ready. It says GT says, who is ready for me versus not me in the finals? Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, Gorilla Tactic was our winner from last week, so he cannot win this week, but it could be nice to see him go against himself in the finals. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without any shadow of a doubt, the first one up to par. Let me scoop my little mic up a little bit. Let me get this ready. Oh, that's all in my way. Tripping. I need to pull my little thing back. I'm breathing hard. All right, let me get it prepared, get it ready. Oh man, listen, Doug, what's going on? Man, no, long time no see. Yes, man, get you on the board, man. I got you right now. Douglas Melendez, what's going on, man? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I got you on. All right, we up to 19. Listen, I'm gonna wait a couple more seconds, but you know how I do. I do my little introduction. All right. It's your boy, Gaming Dad. I gotta get my little sounds together. All right. This is you know how we do the wheel. If your name is picked first, you know, of course, we got my boy Peter Griffin. Let you know that you are out of here. We'll do a process of elimination all the way down to this one person left. That's right. He got in by the skin. GT said you got in by the skin of your teeth. You did, because I was getting ready to hit the start. But he got it in there. All right, good people. This is your boy. Let's get it in. Lifeline. Who's up first? To cast the flex and be off the board. Peter Griffin, please get them a sound horn. Who's up first? And it will be last week's winner. Guerrilla Tactics is out of here. So it won't be a him versus him in the finals, but his Twitch is still on the board. All right, ladies and gentlemen, who's up next to catch the flex? Who's up next to get out of here tonight? And our first loser tonight will be my son, Joseph. You are out of here, my guy. Appreciate you. Time to hope you get yourself ready for school tomorrow. You get school clothes out so you can be ready to go in the morning. Because you got plenty of time now because you're out of here. All right. 17 people left on the wheel. Who's up next to catch that flex? And it will be my brother from Las Vegas, Quake 311. He said, bruh, the wheel gonna do me like this? The wheel has spoken. No love. All right. We're breaking it down. Who up next? And it will be Guerrilla Tactics again. Please exit left. Guerrilla Tactics is officially off the board, ladies and gentlemen. He is officially a spectator for the rest of the night. We're going to keep the wheel going. Oh, man. My brother from another mother. It's Steve M. He is out of here. Him and Aaron Rodgers. Oh, man. Shout out to Steve M, man. That got to be hard, man. Listen, I know how you feel, because that's how I feel when Matthew Stafford got traded. And I'm a Lions fan, if you didn't know. And when that joker got traded, I was like, dang, man. I mean, first Barry, then Calvin Johnson, not Stafford. Monster Nation, man. You're out of here. Thanks for coming through, man. Showing some love. Appreciate you. Hope you chime in next week, next Monday, 8 p.m. Standard Time. This Week in Gaming will be episode 146 next week, but we're currently at 145. Who's up next to Captain Flex? And my man who just got in with the skin in his teeth, Douglas Mendez. You are out of here. Please exit left. My brother's out of here. He got on the stream, but he got out kind of quick. All right. Who's up next to catch the flex, and who will it be? And it will be just like candy. Ow. Oh no. My bad. It's CMG.
Good day, sir.
Good day, CMG. My guy, you're out of here. Sorry about that, Candy. I was premature in my hookup. GT says, hey, yo, the ghost of Mendez is on my cheeks. Good old Mendez, man. Where my guy at, man? He probably out there doing his thing. All right. Who's up next to catch the flick? We're down to 11 people. And it looks like it's going to be Sonic, Knuckles, Tails. You are out of here.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You get
nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. Good day. Oh, yeah, 10 people left on the wheel. Let's go see who's next to be our second loser of tonight. And it will be... Uh-oh. It's coming close. But Dave will take the bullet. He's our second loser tonight. Peace out, Dave. Peace out. All right. Who's up? Matter of fact, this is our winner tonight. Give it up. Oh, our winner tonight will be Sonic. Super Sonic MJ is our winner tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But
Fight.
Better luck next time.
My brother is out of here. Appreciate you, man, coming through, though. All right, we're down to our final 8. Who's up for the next date? Get this Price is Right horn. My brother with the $5 super check earlier, Ruben T, is out of here. All right, we're down to 7. We're down to 7. We're down to 7. Samantha Dub. It's looking kind of close. Oh, that's Samantha Dub. Are out of here. Thanks, Samantha, for coming through. Always lurking, always supporting. Appreciate you. Number 6 in the mix. Who coming to get the fix? And it will be Victor Noob is out of here. Down. All right, let's see. Who would it be? Let's go to the comments real quick. Why are GT and I the only two taking advantage of the 2 entry? Listen, man, I don't know. I do not know, man. I put it out there every week. You know what? Maybe, I don't know. All right, down to our last 5. Who will be alive after this round? Don't know. But it will be Retrospect J is out of here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, down to our final 4. We got a newcomer on the board. We got Mo Squig. He's our newcomer. GD, your boy, Gaming Dad, in the final 4. Candy P. Her son got the donation from last night. Now she is in the final circle. SOC, my guy and channel moderator, is in the final 4. Ladies and gentlemen, who will make the final 3? Let's see. And that winner will be, now it's Just Like Candy. Ow. My girl Candy P has bit the dust. We down to our final 3. Let's see who will be in the final 2. And it looks like it won't be your boy, because your boy SOC is down with OPP. Oh, man. Oh, yes, sir. We'll get that prompt up next. GD, you a hater. I mean, GT, you a hater. So Gary Dad is about to be out. Ladies and gentlemen, we're down to our final. So you can go ahead and remove SOC. We're down to our final 2. Championship round. Your boy is back in it. It's your boy Gaming Dad and Molt Squid. If I win tonight, who do I give it to? Let me think. You know what? Should I give it to my son? Nah. Should I give it to Candy? Nah, our son just won. Who could I give it to? You know what? I will give it to my son. I will give it. He came in. He showed up. He's the only one of my children to show up tonight. My other children, them busters, they don't even come support their Candy. Support their father on his endeavors. But they only support me when they want some money or they want me to do something for them. Little varmints. But yeah, that's what I'm giving to my son Joseph. If I win tonight, I give it to Joseph. That's who gets the W. I need what Nick Cannon. Y'all didn't know Nick Cannon worked for your boy. He on them drums. Drum line, please. All right, there you go, Nick. Tonight's winner will be... Oh, it's your boy, GD, in the building, baby. Most Squid bit the dust, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for your boy, host, Gaming Dad, with the dub tonight. Nah, GT, in your face. He said, that was tense. Oh, man, listen. First of all, Most Squid, man, listen, man, if you're not a subscriber, man, come, man, be a subscriber, man. We do this every Monday night, man. Just have some good old conversation, good old debates. We have a really, really good time, man. So come back, man, and join us, man. This is not rigged. Your boy hit the button like any other day. But your boy GD wins tonight. Holla at your boy. But I will pass off my winnings to my son Joseph. He was the only one of my children to show up tonight, so he gets the dub. But everybody else, kick rocks. Oh, this is your boy, man. I had a good time tonight, man. Listen, the poll was live. I love that. I need to do that more often. I think that was a dope thought tonight. Just throw a poll in there, and so I'll try to do that more often, especially if I get myself set up in enough time to get that poll activated before the stream. But this is your boy Gaming Dad, man. Listen, happy Monday, man, on this pursuit, man, as we are, slowly but surely get more information on a weekly basis about the possibility of a new Switch happening this year. But if we go by the poll says otherwise. It says 2024 in the winter. I'm still in favor of 2023 because of the fact that things are just set up too perfectly. And unless they come out and this summer they announced a bunch of games, I just don't see it happening. I think we talking new system, buddy. These investors, man, they're gonna be like, hey, what's going on with this system? They're gonna be asking direct questions, and they're gonna have some answers, and them answers got to be on point. And then also, before we get off the stream, I didn't address this during earlier, but the conversation, because they interviewed both Doug Bowser and President Furukawa earlier. But two things I wanted to mark in on is that, one, their comments were like the same. And when stuff like that starts to say, it's a marketing spiel that is shared throughout the company. They all hit the exact same, these same points. They say the exact same things. And it looked very, very scripted between both of them. They sounded alike. But also what was said that, you can tell that something is coming. This is how nonchalant and relaxed these conversations was. So, okay, hold on. Let me screenshot this real quick. And I'll send you, that's how I'll do it. I'll send you a request. Let me go ahead. All right, I had to take a picture of the screen real quick. I got you. So as soon as I get off, I'm going to go ahead and do it, because if I don't do it when I get off, I'll forget. It says, next message not sent on my stream, please. Okay. Got you. I won't put it on the screen. All right, so hey, good people, listen. Let's do this again next weekend. I hope y'all have a great week. I pray that God blesses you and bless you going forward, and the things that you are involved with throughout the week. I pray that God guides you and leads you in a positive direction. I pray that He blesses your finances and your relationships with your family and your friends and your children, if you got children out there. This is your boy Gaming Dad, man. You know how I like to end my stream in the immortal words of Don Cornelius. I gotta get this together. Did I have it right the first time? Okay, I think I got it right. If this don't show it right, then it's on me. This is your boy Gaming Dad. Peace, love, and soul.